morning today, 179. You forgot what it was then. Okay, 179. We've got carnage at the moment, obviously, because it was the this is the day after the storm. Calm after the storm, whatever they call it. So where I'm concerned at the moment is just literally today we've taken all the formwork off of that building, and the guys are up there now doing this building as well. And then it really is a case of just trying to sweep up and clear up as much as we physically can. There's lots to do. We're going to get all of the actual formwork taken apart. As you see, Charlie's doing that now. So we've got 8-foot sheets of ply. They're going to go into a stack. We've got 4-foot lengths and 8-foot lengths. They're all going to go into separate piles. Here we're taking out the actual mouth of the building where the jacks are concerned in here, which is what was done a while ago. They're literally so we get more space. Again, they can go into the container, and then we're going to get everything swept to death. The sanders that they were using up on the roofs are being taken away by the company. What else is going on? Let me take you around and show you what we've actually done in here. So as you can see, it's a lot clearer in here. We swept that out on Saturday, even though it was a hard day. I was just get it swept out so I can breathe, and it's breathed and it's dried. As you can see, a lot more cracks appearing with the weight that we have upstairs. I mean, they'll ease when we take these jacks back out, because at the moment the whole weight of this roof is now going down on the floor. So they'll be taken off at some stage. Some of the scaffolding is still out here. Let me come out and show you what's going on. So here we've taken all the formwork off the front of the building, as I showed yesterday. So all around the outside. So now what we need to do is everywhere you see concrete needs to be well treated, which is that blue stuff that we've been using. All the door frames, window frames, at some stage are going to have to be, they actually call it rodded, but it's a 4-inch by 1-inch bit of batten. They screw into the wall. That gives them the depth they want to be on the inside, and they do the same on the inside as well as the outside, and they plaster the inner piece to get the door frame width that they want, the window frame the width they want. So we're going to have to do that because a lot of these are shot to pieces, especially that end one over there. One thing we do have, which is an error, as on the front of the building, one of the gutters that we've actually got upstairs is actually taking some water, but it's actually leaking out the front, which means they didn't actually vibrate the concrete well enough to come all the way around the gutter system. So we're going to have to cut all that out now, reform that up and re-pour that ourselves to stop the water coming down the building. That means that gutter down there is now coming out to the road will work better. So it is working, as you can see. This is not working well. Got the other one down there at the moment, it's done. They've got to be re-measured and recut today as well, because at the moment they've been put in temporarily just to get the water away. But on Sunday, for instance, I saw the guys pouring water down there just to get it gone. But then what was happening here is that had actually popped off, so all the water was going down into the cavity. So I managed to prop it back up for now, but it certainly needs to be put on there better than it is at the moment. That's inside the building. We need to go around, obviously sweep up absolutely everything to get as dry as possible in here. And then we need to go around snag-wise, where we can see nails that have been hammered into the wall. We need to get the nails out. People's DIY coat hooks can disappear. Formwork that's on, that's not supporting the roof, can come down. Little panels that are there to hold holes, they can come down as well. There's a number of those around the building. I don't know if you saw the video, but on Saturday we forgot that one piece. And it sits above the beam, which means that beam is concrete, which means anything underneath here, so these holes here, nothing will come out of there, because no concrete can come through the beam. That one we forgot, and literally, there was, I don't know how much, I would say probably about 5 feet, about a foot deep of concrete there. It was an absolute nightmare. But anyway, that was done. This one has been repaired. Again, anything that's got quite big gaps on it, we need to chisel off today, so we need to get the hilty on those, get those back. That can come off, obviously. We need to get the water out of the basement now, because obviously the water can't go downstairs. So at the moment we're quite good down there. We need to get the water pumped out and get that dried out. Now we've got the roof on, that should keep that good. They've chiseled back some of these, so the ones that were obviously sticking out quite a lot, they've chiseled back quite a bit. We probably need to take a little bit more off that, but again, we need to measure that one. I think that one was, I wrote it on here, didn't I? Thought I wrote on the wall what they were. Yeah, 27. So this one needs to be 25 and a half. So we're going to need to, I mean, in there we've got quite a funny shape. It's like that, look. So that's got to be taken out, but more this way. So the board probably needs to be about here, and then leveling off at the back, and we can fill that one. So again, I've got to try and get all of those done. Again, more concrete, needs obviously the weldcrete all the way around it. Anywhere again, big juts like that of concrete that have been obviously boxed up wrong need to be chiseled off. There's quite a lot we've got to do in the next week, with a view to these boys all potentially coming out on Saturday, with a view to taking the formwork down. Now we've got to put them back up again, and they've got to be up for another 7 days. So we've got to try and strategically put them back where they can work. Obviously we've got lots of rooms to create in here, bedrooms, bathrooms. So we need to now mark out the floor. Once we sweep this through, mark the floors out where the rooms will be, and then we've got to strategically put these jacks back where we've got space to try and make sure we've got door frames going in, window frames going. Anything that obviously is going to enable us to work needs to go. This is going to be one big open plan room, so absolutely fine in here. But again, the kitchen's going to go here, so we need these jacks to ideally be on the other side to make sure we can get the actual worktops in here. Again, these ones can stay, those ones have got to go so they can come over. So yeah, anything that enables us to continue working can stay. Anything that can't needs to disappear. So what else? We had a bit of carnage obviously because of the pour. So anything which has gone a bit pear-shaped, we need to just scrape back, all minor, because it's all going to be plastered. Down here is going to be plaster boarded, but we're going to be plastered through the actual main entrance up to the doorway. I've got a solution for the window here. This has still got to be boxed off and poured as well. That's not been done. So yeah, it's just going around and creating a snag list really. We can remove all the formwork from there. Lots on. So we need more staff really, and we can start getting some guys logistically working as a pair of teams, rather than one team there and no one else. So lots to be done. Anyway, apart from that, we're all good. So 4:30. Sorry, there's not been a lot of filming today. Been quite busy. Been sorting out, sweeping out, doing stuff. Okay, so let's show you what's happening. So we've got all the formwork removed from this building here. It's all down here now being separated into piles. We're dismantling all of it. So we've got sheets that are going to go in the container tomorrow. We've got 4-foot lengths and 8-foot lengths. They're all being removed and they'll go back in the container as well. We're going to get that weld created tomorrow. We're going to get some 4x2s up there as well as some blocks to start boxing out the 4-inch parapet that we're going to pour. We've also removed some of the external elements around here, so there's a lot more space now to walk through. We've swept out in here and got a little bit of wood in. As you can see, it's now drying out nicely. Tomorrow we need to get the pump put in. What else? If I go out to the actual front, we've actually started chasing out, as you can see by the mess. Right, y'all. As you can see up here, a little bit of mess coming over the front. Starting to chase out the actual issues we have here. That's duct tape. But anyway, we've been chasing out up there, trying to get the actual water to flow to the gutters, because that's one of the problems we actually have. And here, as you can see, the water itself is not even flowing to the gutter. It's actually just coming off the front of the building, which is not ideal. So that's coming all the way down here. Water is still making it out of the gutter, but it's a very minimal amount. So tomorrow we'll have to carry on with that. We've also started rodding and building up the window frames. So that looks very thin. I'm pretty sure it's going to need about 2 inches on there, so that looks too thin for me. I'll double check that one. But anyway, that's the first coat. That will go on, and then the white coat will go on after that. I'll show you a couple of other examples. They've been fine. That one's needed one that side, as you can see. This one's fine. This one's needed 2. So we had to make up a bit on that one. Not too sure what they're doing here. This one here is quite a bad one. So as you can see, this one's got one on one side, and it's got one on the other. This one's going to be straight up, so that's okay as well. But anyway, so they're starting to be done, and we've got to build them up to the point where we've got a quarter of an inch either side for the door frames themselves. I've also started opening up some of the actual air condition holes to let it breathe down there, because I've got to get the water pumped out and start getting that dried out. So yeah, it's still a construction site, unfortunately. Got to start coating everything again, because at the moment everything needs to be done. This used to be very blue at one stage. Seems to be wearing off, so we need to get another coat put on that. As you can see, this side is pretty much black. So we need to get that done, and Wednesday we have the plasterers coming in. I have the plaster turning up and the plasterers turning up as well, plus the on-site masons are going to go. So we're literally going to be plastering all of that building there and all of this building all the way around the outside in white. Not too sure that's a safe thing to be doing with these guys whilst construction's still going on, but anyway, it's got to start at some stage. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start plastering. That is the goal. Other than that, that's it for today. Sorry I've not filmed so much. Anybody wants to see anything in particular, let me know. There are some people that want to see the beach. I'm going to do that tomorrow for you. Someone else was talking about smocks. Smocks are a million miles away now. Saying that, I think it was Shirley. Shirley, you said about smocks. Let me show you one quickly. So this is something that you make. So we have trays of them. So this is a smock. And that's a tray of them out there, look. So you make the tray the depth you want. So this one's 2 inch, and then rebar cable. You sink rebar cable into it, and whilst it's in there, you score it with a trowel, the width that you want. So you measure through the tray, and you slice through that way, then you slice through that way. You let it dry, and then you bang upside down, and they all fall out into pieces. And if they don't, then you just bang them and they break. So the ones over there are 3 inch ones. These ones are 2 inch ones. They look like they're 1.5 by the looks of it. But as you can see, we don't really need smocks anymore. So we're pretty much done. So we over smocked. So there's a smock for you, Shirley. We've got to sleep at night now. The beach, I can't remember what it was I said about the beach, but I will go onto the beach tomorrow and show you a setting from the beach. But just to show you this is what we're going to be getting coming through the doors of the house. A lovely big patio. And a very, very, very sunlit house. Should be amazing when it's finished. Great sun coming through, especially this time of year. The sun at this time of year is absolutely amazing. This is the temperature I would come for. But anyway, that's it. Over and out from paradise. Somebody wanted to see the beach. Sorry you can't hear me very well because of the wind. This is what takes place. Coming in. Two out there going crazy. If I did it, I'd land up in Bermuda, no more luck. Anyway, this is the beach, David.